Today I'm going to be canning tomatoes in my pressure canner, which I don't usually do, but I'm trying to get these knocked out before they all go bad. I was given quite a few tomatoes and I already had to throw some away, gave them to the chickens. So I've got them all peeled that I can use. I've got my jars heating in my canner, and when they get warmed up, then I will get a jar out, put it here on the counter, and show you how I'm going to fill them. And I'll also link you down below in the description box how to can tomatoes from raw pack, whole or halved, in the pressure canner, and also the reason why they must be peeled and why you must add acid. Okay, I'll bring you right back. Now then, I'm filling my first jar. The jar is warmed up, not screaming hot. Well, look at that juice going. Fill them to a 1/2 inch headspace. And what you do with the raw pack is get them pushed in as much as possible. So let me go get a chopstick right quick and I will work this air bubble out. Okay, let me get in there with that. There it goes. These will be a 1/2 inch headspace, like I said. It's kind of hard for me to reach my hands down in the bottom of a quart jar. There it goes. And these are just halves. You can do, if your tomatoes are smaller, you can do whole ones. Try to get all that air worked out. Anyway, and these are slicing tomatoes, so that means that they are probably going to be pretty juicy. Let me get another little bit of tomato in the top. And more than likely, they're going to float. Okay, let me get my tablespoon measure. Alright, it's a quart jar, so it needs 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You can also use citric acid. Should have put my lemon juice in first. I will on the next one. See if I can get it worked down there a little better. Anyway, because it takes up some space, maybe I'll just take that top piece out. So you fill these to a 1/2 inch headspace. Wipe the rim. You can add salt too. 1/2 teaspoon of salt or none at all. Salt does not figure into the safety of canned foods, except for pickles, ferments, things like that. Okay, just fingertip tight, and we'll put it back over into the canner. And then I'm going to get another jar out, and I'll bring you back when I get the canner loaded. Okay, I've got 7 quarts of tomatoes in here. I'm going to process them at 10 pounds of pressure, and in just a minute I will tell you how long they process for at my elevation, because doing them this way, these would normally process for 85 minutes in a water bath. So this is going to shorten that time a little bit, not a lot, because by the time you get up to pressure, do your 10-minute vent, then it cools down. It's not a lot shorter, but I don't have to have the water over the top of them like water bath. So raw pack is about the longest tomato product, I think, besides anything that's got meat in it. So I've already put they all have the lemon juice in them, 2 tablespoons per quart. I will process them according to the NCHFP directions, and I'll link that to you down below. Now, tomatoes must always be peeled unless the tested recipe says you don't have to peel them. Like I think bruschetta in a jar, maybe cherry tomato and corn salsa. They don't have to be peeled, but they've got a lot of extra added acid, and so they don't. But this doesn't have extra added acid, and I don't care what tomatoes they are. I don't care if they're grown in your backyard, or you get them from a farmer's market, or from a a big farm. Wherever you get them from, and doesn't matter if they're hybrid or heirloom tomatoes or whatever, it's been proven that all tomatoes are only borderline acidic enough to can without added acid. So I always add either citric acid or lemon juice, and this time it was lemon juice. They always must be peeled. I'll link you to a really good article that tells you how to peel them and why to peel them down below, and I suggest you go read that. It's not simply personal preference. It's also a safety step. So let me get the top on this canner and get them going. Okay. I've got the lid on my canner. I'm going to wait for it to vent out of this orifice here. After it vents for 10 minutes, I'll put my weight on it for 10 pounds, and it'll be a 25-minute processing time. So I will bring you back when that gets started. Okay, there we are. 7 quarts of raw packed tomatoes, pressure canned. They're boiling in the jars. You can see that. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock at night and I am done. But 7 quarts to go for food storage for later, for a soup or whatever I want to use them for. And I will put all the information where I found how to do this in the description box. So be sure to check down there and check out those links. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe.